My name is Sarah. And I used to believe in heroes. For 8 years, my best friend Ben and I ran Relief Forward, the world's most innovative disaster relief charity. We were a perfect team. Ben was the face, charismatic, passionate, a humanitarian hero who could make billionaires weep and open their checkbooks. I was the brain. I was a data scientist, and I built the grid, our proprietary logistics system. It was my life's work, an algorithm that could track donations and deliver aid 90% faster than the Red Cross. Ben did the talking. I made it happen. We were changing the world. Then, the San Marcos earthquake hit. It was a 7.8. Catastrophic. The world's heart broke. Ben went on television. He was magnificent. He cried real tears. He promised the world that Relief Forward would save them. And the world listened. In 24 hours, our telethon raised $100 million. I was at headquarters, running the grid, routing planes, setting up supply chains. Ben was on the ground in San Marcos, wearing a helmet, posing for Time magazine. And then, the supplies, just, stopped. My system showed planes were landing. But the aid wasn't reaching the shelters. The tracking data was scrambled. I was working 24/7, trying to find the bottleneck. Then the news report started. Relief Forward fails, said the headlines. Where is the $100 million? I was in the middle of a system diagnostic when Ben and 2 board members walked into my office. Sarah, Ben said, his face a mask of profound sorrow. It's over. What's over? I'm trying to fix the data, Ben. The logistics partners, they aren't reporting back. It's not the partners, Sarah, he said, shaking his head. It's the grid. It failed. It's too complex. It's choking the system. You were warned. My blood went cold. Warned? What are you talking about? It's not the system, it's the... Stop, Sarah, he said, holding up a hand. I covered for you. I told the board you were just overwhelmed. But we've seen the reports. The system you built, it's a fraud. It's routing aid to ghost locations. The money, it's just gone. And it's all pointing to your system. I was being framed. The system was the one thing working. Ben, that's a lie. Look at the core data. We have, he said, his voice flat. The board has voted. You're fired, Sarah. Effective immediately. We're launching a full investigation into your incompetence. They didn't just fire me. They fed me to the wolves. Ben gave a press conference. He was the heartbroken hero. I was the well-intentioned but dangerously incompetent data geek who failed when it mattered. I was the woman whose broken algorithm let people starve. I was ruined. Blacklisted. The most hated woman in the nonprofit world. I lost my apartment. I moved into a tiny studio, sold my car, and got a job doing freelance data entry for $15 an hour. The legal fees were crippling. The charity was suing me for gross negligence. I watched Ben thrive. He heroically saved the charity, rebuilding it from my mess. He was on talk shows, praised for his resilience. I was nothing. A ghost. One night, 6 months later, I was gathering my last few electronics to sell. An old Kindle, some hard drives, and my old work tablet. It was a custom-built device I'd used to monitor the grid. The company had remotely wiped it, but I never got around to selling it. I powered it on. The screen was blank. Wiped. But then I remembered. I was a paranoid developer. I'd built a backdoor. I tapped the 4 corners of the screen in a specific sequence. A login prompt appeared. I typed in my old admin password. And a hidden app, auditor.exe, opened. It wasn't a user-friendly app. It was a raw data feed, one that pulled directly from the charity's core financial API, bypassing the pretty, fake reports Ben was showing the board. I had coded it to have its own, independent access token. An access token, they never revoked. The app took a minute to sync. And then I saw it. I saw the $100 million. I saw the flow of money. The public reports showed 90% of funds going to aid. My auditor app showed the truth. 80% of all donations were being routed to 3 logistics partners I'd never heard of. Corvus Logistics, Oceanic Transit, Apex Solutions. I googled them. Corvus Logistics was a shell corporation registered in Panama. Oceanic Transit had a website, with stock photos and a fake address. Apex Solutions was registered to a P.O. box, one that I recognized. It was the same one Ben used for his private equity firm. He hadn't just stolen a little. He'd stolen everything. He'd built a fake supply chain. He was delivering 20% of the aid to look good for the cameras, and pocketing 80%. He used an earthquake to make himself a millionaire. And he used my life's work, and my name, as his cover story. I looked at the live feed. The app was still tracking him. Donations were still being siphoned, even today. I didn't scream. I just got to work. I didn't go to the police. Ben owned the police. I went to Anya Sharma, an investigative journalist at the Post. A woman who hated Ben's grandstanding. I sat down in her office. I put the tablet on her desk. "This is live," I said. "This is the on switch to his entire fraud." Anya's eyes went wide. "My God. He's being given the Humanitarian of the Year award in 3 weeks," I said. "At the Heroes of the Relief Gala. It's being broadcast live." Anya smiled. "Oh, this is good. This is very, very good." The night of the gala. The ballroom was full of senators, billionaires, celebrities. All the people who had donated $100 million. Ben was the man of the hour. I wasn't there. I was in a broadcast van a block away, with Anya's tech team. I had my tablet, connected directly to their system. Anya was inside, with a press pass. Ben took the stage to a thunderous standing ovation. He held up the glass award. "Thank you," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "This isn't for me. This is for the survivors. This is for the team that worked, after so many others, failed us." He was looking right at the camera. At me. "You're right, Ben," I whispered, from the van. "It is for the survivors." I gave Anya the signal. "Go." In the ballroom, Anya's team hijacked the feed. The giant screens behind Ben, showing his heroic face, suddenly flickered. They were replaced by my auditor app. The entire ballroom saw the flow of money. Donations, $100 million true aid, $20 million diverted funds, $80 million. A pie chart showed the 3 shell companies. "What is this?" Ben said, spinning around. "A technical glitch?" "It's not a glitch, Ben," my voice, amplified, filled the entire ballroom. "It's called auditor.exe. Remember me?" The crowd gasped. "That's $80 million, my voice said, cold and clear, that you stole from victims of an earthquake." The screen split. On one side, the bank transfers. On the other, a picture from Anya's investigation, of Ben's new $40 million yacht, the Apex. Ben was stammering. This is a lie. It's slander. It's her. The incompetent one." Was I incompetent, my voice asked. Or was I just the perfect scapegoat? The main doors of the ballroom opened. Not with security. With federal agents. Anya Sharma at the Post published her story, with all this data, 60 seconds ago, my voice concluded. The SEC has frozen your accounts, Ben. Your real ones. He looked at the agents. He looked at the screens. He looked at the audience, who were now staring at him in total, horrified silence. He was a king in a room that had suddenly become his prison. He didn't say a word. He just dropped the award. It shattered on the stage. Ben and his entire fake board were arrested for massive wire fraud. The Heroes of the Relief Gala became known as the Takedown. My lawsuit against him, well, it didn't last long. I got my settlement. But I didn't care about the money. I took the evidence, the real data from the grid, and used it to rebuild. Today, I run the new Relief Forward. Our board is made of survivors and data auditors. Our finances are 100% transparent, streamed live on our website. We're smaller. We're not as flashy. But when a disaster hits, the aid actually arrives. It turns out, building a system based on truth isn't just good ethics. It's good logistics.